Shalom. Call Halam La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Haracha'a Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth in sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. This is the brother Zion coming at you with another lesson to feed the lambs through the Holy Spirit. Haracha'a Kodash. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and to the point. And in this lesson, we're going to get into grievous sore upon the man which had the mark. Now, at this point, we should all know what the MOTB is. All right. The MOTB is, in fact, a RFID microchip. All right. Overseas, they'll call it an NFC chip. All right. But basically, this is the end game. All right. This is the badge of servitude. This is the height of Esau Edom, man. All right. Because in their, so-called digital renaissance, they indeed want to hip the entire earth. All right. But in the process, they want to depopulate now in this so-called digital renaissance. All right. But those that take that MOTB, there will be a grievous sore that is going to come upon you, man. All right. And we're going to get into it. We got Revelation. Matter of fact, let's get these two little videos right quick, and then I get some scriptures right quick. Baba Kushah.
Squeeze the tab. It opens the Facebook page I set it to.
Colin Cravino has a microchip implanted in both of his hands.
Some people just look at my hand up and I let them poke at it and they freak out.
Developed in the 1950s and 60s, RFID chips, short for radio frequency identification, have been used by retailers to track packages and prevent theft. Farmers use the chips to keep livestock. Pet owners use them to identify their cats and dogs. And lately, members of the so-called body hacker movement have been implanting RFID chips under their skin, programming them to perform various tasks. Colin Cravino, a smartphone repairman in Brooklyn, New York, uses his chips to open his front door. He found them on a website called Dangerous Things that sells implant kits and offers user tips.
I came across it when I was doing research on the Samsung deadbolt that I bought. And then the first thing that I noticed was that I get an RFID deadbolt.
Cravino plans to modify one of his motorcycles next.
And I haven't decided on where I want to put the authenticator, the antenna, thinking probably down by the seat somewhere. Comes up, so I would just hand if I put the key in, and then I would just ignition vehicle.
RFID retailers estimate that between 30 and 50,000 people worldwide have chip implants in their bodies. German tech consultant Andreas Sjöström used his chip as a boarding pass on a recent flight from Stockholm to Paris and to a VIP lounge. Skeptics say that strangers could tap in on a chip without knowledge. Uses for the technology, such as keeping track of a patient with dementia, and the human form will merge.
I think when it becomes more prevalent and there's a lot more things and options that you can do with this, that people will, opt in for that kind of augmented human sort of attitude.
There you have it. All right. You got people, they're already getting the MOTB. All right. But it's going to get to a point where it's going to be mandatory. All right. It's going to be mandatory. You're going to have to get it, or, you're going to die. There ain't no in between. But if you do get it, you're going to get a grievous sore. But ultimately a missile. Let's go to Revelation chapter 16 and verse 2. And the first wind of the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. All right. So let's get that word noisome.
Strong's G 2556. Kakas. Kakas.
Of a bad nature, not such as it ought to be, of a mode of thinking, feeling, acting, base, wrong, wicked, troublesome, injurious, pernicious, destructive, baneful, right? And that word baneful is going into deathful or like death, Down here in the Strong's definitions, depraved, injurious, bad, evil, harm, ill, noisome, wicked. So a lot of people are going to get sick of taking the MOTB, man. All right. A lot of people are going to get sick. Let's get the Grievous.
Strong's G 4190. Paneiras. Paneiras.
All right. Let's go down to definition 2. Bad, of a bad nature or condition in the physical sense, diseased or blind. All right. The body is going to be at dis-ease from all that radiation, man, because that RFID technology is going to be pumping a lot of radiation out of that C-hip, man. All right. To the point where what? What I'm saying? The masses already have an acidic diet, That is the perfect, that's the perfect breeding ground, so to speak, for cancer and ulcers and disease, man. So let's go to Exodus 9 and verse 8. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses and unto Aaron, take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it towards the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon man and upon beasts throughout all the land of Egypt. You see, there's going to be a similarity. There's a similarity with the book of Exodus, as far as when Yahweh Shema Shah was plaguing Egypt with boils. The Lord is going to do that again by the way of the MOTB. Those who take that badge of servitude, they are the ones that are going to get these boils, get these ulcers, things of that nature. Now, let's go to Exodus 9 and 9, and we're going to go in the blue letter right quick, and we're going to get boil and blains. But let's get boil real fast. Baba Kashab, bear with me.
Strong's H 7822. Shachin. Shachin.
Right? Which is boil, inflamed spot, inflammation, eruption. You hear that? That is some nasty stuff, man. All right. More so like this. All this right here. See that? This is what those that get the MOTB, they gonna get this, man. All right. This is horrible. Look at this, man. Look at this person's foot and shit. It's inflamed. You know, ulcers. Beyond through. All right. And that's just scratching the surface, man. Because those that take the MOTB, they have no fear in Yahweh Shema Shai. They don't even have an idea of what the Lord can do to you, you know? Right here in the Strong's definitions, it's from an unused root, probably meaning to burn, inflammation, and ulcer, boil, botch. You hear that? Man. Let's get the word blames.
Strong's H76. Evabuoth. Evabuoth.
Blisters, boils. In the Strong's definitions, meaning to belch forth an inflammatory pustule as eruption, blains. You know, like pus. You know, like this stuff right here, man. Like this stuff. Lord have mercy. Look at this, y'all. This is, man. Look at this shit. But those that take the MOTB, they gonna have this all over their body. All this. Look at this guy. See? Man, that is horrible, man. It's the wall in this day, you know? I believe that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be with us, you know? We all going to be tested. And Jake going to get the MOTB in the means of getting something to eat, man, you know? Look at this, man. They're going to get something to eat, and they're going to get ulcers in their mouth, you know, through. Oh, man. Yeah, man, this is a wrap. Yeah, man, that's enough. Here's a quick little video, and then we'll get into some more scriptures, and then we'll call it.
This is kind of new and fresh. This is I Know a Guy. It's not available in the US right now, but this product is from Korea, and it operates with RFID, right? It operates with a lot of technology, but RFID is popular, of course.
Interesting to me right now, some people.
If you have a card, sure enough, you can get in, not fumble around with your keys. But if a nefarious person steals your card and it's like, oh my God, my card is gone and my house is locked, how can I get in?
You smash a window.
Well,
Chimney.
oh, in the chimney, you could the Santa Claus attack.
Santa Claus
Yes.
attack. He's the ultimate penetration tester.
Yeah.
Santa.
What I might just do is say, well, even without my there's
definitely doing
nothing up my
wizard
sleeves.
moves.
No, you just gotta give the lock a high five. It likes me.
All right, Builder Beans, I'm too excited about this.
It is ESP.
Let's see how much laughing it is when a missile rain on the top of your damn head, man. The point has been made. All right. Those that get the MOTB, all right, it's going to be just like how it was in Egypt, all right, but amplified, that the Lord is going to bring those boils back by the way of the MOTB, by that grievous sword upon men that took the MOTB, man. All right. But ultimately, it's going to lead to that missile, and we'll just close out with this. All right, so Lord, how about Shema Shai? We'll close out with Revelation 14 and verse 9. And the Lord, Salakia, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb Yahweh Shai. You see? So ultimately the end game is if you sell out, all right, and you fold and you give in to Esau and his beast system, all right, you are literally showing by, taking that RFID, what you have your badge of servitude is with Esau Edom. If you take that thing, man, all right, it's all about who do you worship at the end of the day, because Esau Edom has a godlike complex, man. All right, he actually think he is the Most High. So it all boils down to what? Who do you worship? Who do you follow? Who is your allegiance with? You see, and those that have the allegiance with Babylon the Great, that have the allegiance with Esau Edom, with these damn small hats all the way on down. If you have an allegiance with Esau Edom and his beast system, then what? Guess what? You're gonna get a missile, man. You're gonna be tormented with fire and brimstone. All right. And that fire and brimstone is gonna be by the way of ICBM missiles, man. All right. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's going to be shot from the ends of the earth. Bullets don't got names on them, but missiles do. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give infinite honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Haracha'a Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. We'll be on the next one. Shalom.